So we were solving several problems in our which is related to the properties of to find the endpoint DFT of the given signal. Let us try to solve one more important problem in the today's class. So what is that problem is? So to find the endpoint DFT of the given signal, you need to find the endpoint of the endpoint DFT of the given sequence. The sequence x of n they have given by e power j omega m n, where n is varying in the range of 0 to n minus 1, and that is the fundamental period of this given sequence x of n is n, and omega it is nothing but 2 pi by n. So for this given sequence, you need to find out the endpoint DFT of the given sequence. Okay, so we know that the endpoint DFT of the given signal x of k, which is nothing but it is a DFT of x of n. It is a DFT of x of n. So for that we know the expression. What is that? Summation n is equal to 0 to n minus 1 x of n into omega n to the power of k into n, where k is ranging the value 0 to n minus 1, where k is ranging the value 0 to n minus 1. Okay, so let us try to substitute the x of n what they have given you. Let us try to substitute the value x of n what is given. That is nothing but summation n is equal to 0 to n minus 1. What is the x of n they have given? E power j omega n m into omega n to the power of k into n they have given you. Now let us try to substitute the value of omega. So what is, let us try to substitute the value of omega. So what is that? So that it is nothing but 2 pi by n is there. So let us try to substitute. That is nothing but summation n is equal to 0 to n minus 1 e power j omega is 2 pi by n into n m into omega n to the power of k into n. Okay, so now let us try to represent this e power j term in terms of Twiddle factors. So we can represent this in terms of Twiddle factor, that is nothing but omega n to the power of minus 1. We can represent this in terms of omega n to the power of minus 1. So therefore what this expression will become, that is nothing but summation n is equal to 0 to n minus 1 omega n to the power of minus n into m into omega n to the power of k into n you will be getting. So now in the both the expressions, that is in the right hand side of the expression, so what you have, omega n you have a common. So let us try to take this common term. So if you take this common term, what you'll be getting is summation n is equal to 0 to n minus 1. Okay, so what you'll be getting is omega n to the power of, what you'll be getting if you take n as common, so n minus m into n you'll be getting. So now you need to solve this expression, but we know that what is one, we know that so what is this expression, we know that summation. Okay, so what is that? N is equal to 0 to n minus 1. A power n can be written as, that is nothing but a power capital N minus 1 divided by a minus 1. So where a is not equal to 1. So we can make use of this expression in order to simplify the above expression. So if where in the place of a, what I should do is I should replace this omega n to the power of minus k minus m I should represent. So therefore what is the left hand side, you have x of k is equal to so if I replace this entire term, what you'll be getting is omega n to the power of k minus m into multiply by n minus 1 whole divided by what you have, omega n to the power of k minus m minus 1 you will be left it, minus 1 will be left it. So now what happens for this is, since you have a omega n over here is, and here also you have a n, so we know that omega n to the power of n, so this entire term will become a 1, this entire term will become a 1. So when this entire term will become a 1 means, then what happens to this is, so 1 minus 1, this will be 0, and depending upon this value your x of k will be 0. So therefore substituting the above expression, so what you will be giving is, that is nothing but x of k is equal to, so you'll be getting x of k is equal to, when you substitute at n, if you take inside means, then you'll be getting 1 minus 1, that is 1 into 1 minus 1 whole divided by, so what you'll be getting is omega n to the power of k minus m minus 1 you'll be getting. So when this numerator, when denominator is not equal to 0, if numerator is equal to 0 means then obviously you'll be getting k is equal to 0, provided when k is not equal to m. When k is equal to 1, what happens is, when k is equal to m, if you go on substituting in this expression, then your x of k will take a 0 by 0. This is not a defined term. So therefore what we are going to do is, we are going to substitute, that is k is equal to m in the previous expression, whereas what we had, that is x of k is equal to, that is a summation expression what you have, that is n is equal to 0 to n minus 1 and omega n to the power of k minus n into m. So there k minus m into n here is right. So I am going to substitute k is equal to m over this expression and try to solve. So what will be this expression? Okay, so when I substitute k is equal to m, what happens? Omega n to the power of 0, 0 into n will be getting 1. So therefore you'll be left with summation n is equal to 0 to n minus 1 omega n to the power of 0 will be letting, that is nothing but omega n to the power of n is equal to 0 to n minus 1 1. So if you go on this, so it will be getting 1 plus 1 plus 1 1 plus 1 up to 1 will be getting. So how many number of ones will be there? You'll be netting n number of ones, therefore the answer is equal to n. Okay, so therefore we will be having two values for this x of k. So when x of k will be having, which is nothing, two values, when it will be 0 when k is not equal to m, and you'll be having n when k is equal to m. Okay, so therefore we can write your endpoint DFT of the given expression, that is x of k is nothing but n into delta of k minus m, where m is taking the value 0 to n minus 1. So this is the endpoint DFT of the given expression. So that is nothing but e power j omega n, whatever you had, right? So for that, this is the answer. Okay, thank you.